back here again about 2 seconds after the other one. Um, the last one that I just shot, in case you didn't see, I was just kind of talking about like how shitty I felt today, that have been feeling. Um, Hopefully that'll go away. Hopefully some shit wakes up a little bit in me tomorrow. I basically talked about the things that happened to me that like I physically was feeling and kind of going through. Um, in this one here, I kind of want to talk about the mental part of it. And I hope this one here will be my last video. I do have another topic I'll talk about, but I don't know. I'll make another video or stretch it out. Because it's so fucking cold. This is probably the coldest night so far. I'm absolutely freezing to death here. I've got my little candle over here to help warm up my hand with, but I've got to get that goddamn kerosene heater set up going. I'm going to keep making these outside, which a lot more comfortable doing that. Just again, because I don't want to talk loud enough in the house, and it fucks with the wife and child and stuff. But anyways, just kind of hop on into it. I'm going to talk about all these things towards the end of me making some videos, because I feel like they're so fucking important and stuff. I'm just kind of still waiting on some things to kind of happen and stuff first. But I've been going down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I mean, I try to find the truth in everything. In case you haven't watched any other videos, which no one fucking does. I believe in, I don't even want to say believe in. I know that like shit like magic exists, and there's so many things that's not told to us, whatever, right? But I believe I'm starting to maybe kind of go down a rabbit hole in things that I feel like it's so fucking hard to fix. And it's going to be hard for... It's almost like, I don't even want to use the word conspiracy because it just has such a negative connotation on it. But there's like level 1 stuff, and then there's like, I feel like just different levels of shit, right? And kind of the one that I'm going on now is probably like the deepest one I've ever been on, like truly. Because this is like one of those things where it encompasses all of humanity, not just like one group of people, because I feel like the ones that are of groups of people are, I'm starting to believe that they are allowed to exist, to have constant like fighting amongst people. Kind of like a dog, you know, you give them so much leash and stuff like that, but they're still chained up at the end of the day. Like this one here is like what breaks the chain. I'm kind of starting to go down the rabbit hole. I'm not going to talk about it and stuff just yet until I formulate an opinion, an ideal on it, and if I even do. But this here's like, it may be the one to make me fucking start to go schizo, and I may have to just like completely retract from it. It's got me pretty like feeling a particular way, like almost helpless. And it's not like, I've mentioned in some of the other videos, you can tell people like even like level 1 theories on things and stuff and provide evidence and stuff like that. If they don't completely turn off, they just don't care, because normies can't even comprehend or think these things. And what I'm kind of studying now explores that idea as to not just societal pressures or like the consumerism that kind of keeps them down, but like actual neurological shit. And what I'm kind of going down now, it may be the one to fucking make me go crazy. So I may just have to like retract out of it, not even fuck with it. I don't even know. It feels like I'm really fucking with shit that I shouldn't, in a way. Because certain things, even if they are considered fringe, are or fringe, are I believe are allowed to exist for a reason. Because you feel like you found something, you feel like you've done something. And I'm kind of beyond all that at this point, and it's like it's honestly kind of fucking scary. Um, and I've never been a very like mentally healthy person. I am way more now than I ever have been and was and stuff like that. Um, and there is some good that's come out of this other than like obtaining certain knowledge and shit. But the main takeaway from this is like I've really got to get in tune with myself and my spiritual like senses and stuff like that. Um, whether if you want to use like scientific or like terms or magic terms or whatever, right? Um, to try to figure some shit out and kind of get to the bottom of some of this shit. Um, because I'm just such a curious like motherfucker and stuff. But this is like one of those things where you feel like you're putting yourself out there in danger too much. Like, but I'm not gonna mention anything like about it yet or anything, right? I'm talking about like even being in the middle of fucking nowhere type shit, like where I live. Um, but yeah, anybody delving into like the real shit, uh, stay safe. Um, and try to protect yourself uh, spiritually if you can. It's important to be in tune with your spiritual senses and always have like help from beyond, like because people are very fuck it, I'll talk about it in this video. It's getting cold. I'll go ahead and kind of wrap it up with this. I was kind of having a discussion again with my wife today, and this was about something completely unfucking related, but I'm going to tie it into it. Um, she was talking about how she's got this buddy like on the internet and stuff like that. That's like felt really bad about like being bullied online, like for playing a game and stuff like that because she was a girl. I don't know the full context of it and stuff like that, or anything, but it does really suck. Obviously, um, there's been a lot of fucking like propaganda that's been fed into these communities and stuff like that for to basically make men hate women and stuff, women hate men and stuff like that. It's just like it's so fucking like stupid. But there are people that think this and believe this. Not say it's a lot of these people, right? I don't know. Uh, most of the video games I play is one like single player, one player offline, so I'm not in on this shit much. Uh, but like I was explaining, and I feel like this is a kind of a good way. Humans are very much in tune with a couple of senses, not even the sixth sense, third eye, spirituality, like something that you can't even like necessarily see most of the time. What I'm getting at though, the most prominent one is being able to visualize things. Um, I've met a lot of these people because a lot of my buddies are like nerdy people and stuff like that, and you know, type shit and stuff. I am too, and all it takes though is for a guy to like fold is like to see a woman in public and for them to just be kind to them, and then they're just folded. Like, it's easy to talk shit and make fun of people on the internet or on the phone. Like, say, my last job that I had before I left it was taking phone calls for student loans. Um, you get to like hear and feel the raw emotion of these motherfuckers because they're angry about something. You're getting, and there's no repercussions for these people, right? Um, so therefore, they feel as if it's okay to be so negative to someone. Well, even if they were negative 99% of the time in a fucking phone call, I'd be able to like kind of settle them down, and you just get talking with somebody, then they start to feel like a little bit of a sense of knowing you, and then they settle down, then they like a lot of times they'll apologize or they'll feel better or whatever, right? Because they start acting right because now you're a human to them or whatever, right? Like, and they wouldn't act this way to someone that they know, or so therefore, the job sucks because literally every fucking phone call, 20, 30 times a day or more, you have to do the same fucking thing. You have to get to know 20 or 30 motherfuckers every fucking day. Most of the time, unless they just call about something simple and quick, you just get the answer and then you're fucking gone. But anyways, though, you get to feel a lot of humans' raw emotions on this. These types of things. And for men to hate women just because they're this way, because they have these preconceived notions that maybe they can't play video games, can't do whatever the fuck, I don't know, stupid shit. It's really fucking dumb. A lot of these people are the same type of people that like go to card shops and play TCGs and stuff like that. I fucking love TCGs. I don't go and play them though because I just don't like the community, necessarily. For most of them, there was one that we was in that was cool. But anyways, there's usually like a girl, maybe two there, and everybody just fucking folds. Like they start acting right, they're good. Like right, if this girl seen these people in public and they were nerding out over stuff and was nice to them, then they would just fold. They would retract all these statements. That raw human emotion just fucking goes out. That they can settle down, right? Most of the time. People have to see things. That was what I'm getting at. They have to visualize something before they can even imagine it. Most people are copy and paste. I gave this stupid example earlier. Think of a chicken strip, okay? Well, where's that chicken strip from? Maybe it's one place, a couple places. I thought of Dairy Queen, right? And it's like, that doesn't mean every chicken strip, every fucking place is going to be the same fucking thing, but you're going to imagine whenever you're ordering chicken strips at a new fucking place, you may have that image in your head. That's what I'm getting at here. Stupid example, I know, but it's very unjust that people are like this, that they have to be able to visualize something, and a lot of your normies aren't even in tune with that, or if they are, it's only like a sense or two, or they, smell something, smells good, it's kind of secondary, right? But there's a lot of stressed out people that's going through a lot of shit, and they can't figure out as to why. A lot of society, I've been in that some other videos, I'll probably talk about it again, it's important. But to even be able to imagine, or excuse me, I don't want to use that term, but to even be able to visualize something that you have not seen before, it can be hard. There's a lot of like spiritual training or whatever that has to go into these things before you're able to, be on these journeys or you know, kind of exist with these certain things or whatever, right? Like it's important. Um, and what I really need to do personally is open up myself more in a spiritual sense to be able to uh, communicate with beings, spirits, deities, uh, the things you can't see but is there, is around, right? I've done a lot of fucking research over the past 10 years on all kinds of shit, and I'm always learning new stuff. Um, it is a passion. I'm driven to learn these things, and I could, if I could coherently write decent enough, I could write a fucking encyclopedia of all kinds of shit. Then, and come out with editions every few years, and or probably every year about some new topic and stuff, right? But a lot of this technology and stuff has been around for a long fucking time. And a lot of these things that people think about is very like science fiction-y, and they feel like we haven't gotten there yet just because of movies or whatever. You haven't visualized in your head like Fifth Element or Blade Runner or Cyberpunk, whatever, right? But in actuality, we're already there and have been there and have had this technology long before any of us were ever even around. It's just been changed and fed a little bit at a time to people. But we're still living in the Stone Age comparatively to others that do have this knowledge. Excuse me. One of the best examples of this, everybody talks about AI now. AI has been around since they started making fucking Hollywood movies and shit. Which none of this was ever even created. It was rediscovered. I truly do believe that. If you look at like the past history, and I'm talking about like the real shit, not the stuff you're going to see in the history books, whatever, or on TV. And it's just been adapted and updated. And the technology that we have now, others have had for a long fucking time. Anyways, AI is nothing new to me. And when everybody started talking about it, I just kind of like, whatever. I mean, shit's been around forever. I mean, whatever, right? Well, what it is, though, is it's just been released on a large scale to the public for people to make, like, stupid little videos or artwork or whatever, right? Like, excuse me. It's been allowed for consumers to be able to fuck with now. That's what I'm getting at. But everybody acts like it's new. It's really weird. Like, in a lot of the old technology, which don't ever even use anymore, I love music, right? To me, a cassette or a vinyl record is way more fucking advanced than a CD. But that shit came out many years before, especially vinyl. Like, I think that it was found, not discovered. So that's just an example. I could talk about this shit forever. There's only so much I want to say on this, unless I just go full schizo. But the point I want to end on this video is, like, even if you're discovering these things and going about and learning things, especially like the real deep shit, don't let it make you go schizo. Keep yourself grounded. Go outside, spend time with your family, feed the fucking chickens if you got them, just little shit like that. Play video games, or whatever. Just whatever makes you feel you and centers you. Do that and try to cover yourself up the best you can. And if you're even thinking about these things, you're light years in knowledge beyond the majority of people. If you're already a witch or whatever, you're already light years beyond everybody else. And you're on the right path. Don't let shit slow you down, but pace yourself, or you'll get fucked up. You gotta help yourself out mentally, you know. Especially if you're someone like me who's always been weak-minded, anyways. But then again, people who are emotional and deep in thought, things like that, usually are the ones who are able to think beyond, you know. Yeah, anyways, stay safe out there, guys.